Hello you guys, so welcome back to my channel. For today's video is definitely something completely different than my usual. I wanted to talk about a menstrual cup that I've been using, and I've been using the Diva Cup, as you guys can see from the title. In my area, when you go into the menstrual aisle at Target, that's like basically where I shop for all my menstrual stuff, those aisles have just been very limited. If you use pads, I feel like people are using pads for masks. Like, I don't think they're just memes. They're not just memes. People are actually doing it, I think. Either that or you guys are just buying all of the freaking pads and bulking up just in case something happens and the store shut down, which is understandable. But this is something that I think is very convenient because these are good for up to 1 to 2 years. You don't have to worry about running out of pads or tampons, and you can always just have this around. I want to share with you guys my personal experience with the Diva Cup and why I chose the Diva Cup out of all of the other menstrual cycle cups that are out there. So if you guys are interested in getting to know a little bit more about this menstrual cup, then just keep watching. Oh, and before we move further into this video, be sure to subscribe down below and turn on post notifications so you never miss out on any of my future uploads. In case you are drawn to my makeup right now, I actually did a mini tutorial for my Instagram, but the full tutorial will be here on my YouTube channel. I'm combining a lot of looks into one video using the Tati Beauty eyeshadow palette because one of you guys requested that. But yeah, let's just go ahead and jump into this video.
No, I'd rather be waking up with you, set up alone in your room, slept with the light on, waiting up for you. I don't wanna be.
First things first, I wanted to tell you guys the reason why I decided to get on the menstrual cup or decided to start using a menstrual cup. There's a lot of reasons actually. So the first one is, at the time I was on IUD birth control, the copper IUD, and my flow was very, very heavy as it is with the copper IUD. And I felt like I was just going through tampons super fast, and I had to be wearing a tampon and a freaking pad. It was so annoying. And it's been said that you can't use a menstrual cup when you have a copper IUD. Let me get this out. So it comes in a little bag like this here. Well, it actually doesn't. Let me show you. I'm gonna confuse you guys. Okay, so it comes in a little packaging like this here, and then it comes in different sizes. I have 2 different sizes here. I have the level 1. Is it level 1 or cup number 1? I wait. Oh, it's called model number 1, and this is model number 2. I currently use model number 2, and let me explain to you guys the different sizings and such and such. I'm going to read off of the back of the little box here. There's 3 different sizes, which I don't have the first sizing. For model 0, it says, you are new to the world of periods and 18 years of age or younger. So if you are under 18, you can definitely use one of these menstrual cups, but you're going to have to use the model number 0. Model number 1, that's if you are between the ages of 19 and 30 and have a medium menstrual flow. So I can definitely use the model number 1 now that I'm not on the copper IUD, which we'll talk more about the IUD. And then there's model number 2. You are over the age of 30 and or have a heavier menstrual flow. According to my analytics, most of you guys are around my age. If not, you're at least over 18 years old. So I do have 2 Diva Cups here that I'm going to be giving away. So make sure you guys watch this video all the way through so you guys can get all of the information. And if this is something that you guys are interested in, then like I said, then watch the video all the way through so you are informed and so on. The main reason why I wanted to get a menstrual cup is because of the copper IUD that I was on. If you are on the copper IUD, you probably have heavy, like really heavy periods, and that's something that is definitely a side effect of the copper IUD, which it was so annoying because I had to be wearing a pad and a tampon to prevent any leakage. Ugh. I'm so glad I'm off of that copper IUD. It has been said that you cannot use a Diva Cup with the copper IUD because, let me show you guys my Diva Cup. By the way, the Diva Cup comes with a little bag that you can contain it in with after you open the box. This is what the Diva Cup looks like. It has a longer stem right here, but I decided to cut it off because I have already learned how to use it. Your copper IUD has a string when it comes down, and this goes kind of by where the string is. And if you break the seal, which you have to squeeze this in order for it to come out, sometimes your string can get stuck in there if you push like all the way in here, and it'll pull the string, which will take your IUD out. I did not experience that, and I wasn't scared to because I wasn't squeezing all the way. That's just a precaution that it can happen, but for me it didn't happen because I adjusted to the cup very easily and I was pretty comfortable with my anatomy, which is something that you definitely have to be in order to be using this because you're going to be getting in there, girl. So now let me talk to you guys about the placement of the Diva Cup. Oh my god, it has like all these little lint on it because of the baggie. Okay, so here is my vajayjay right here. And in order for this to go inside, there's going to be different folding methods that you can do. I'm going to show you guys my personal favorites. You can Google other ways to fold the cup, but these are my personal favorites, and these are like the ones that work best for me. For me, at first, for the first few months, I found that this method where you squeeze it like this and then fold it in half like that worked the best for me. And it's kind of awkward when it's going like this inside of your vajayjay, okay? So you're trying to squeeze this inside. Okay, so it's gonna be kind of uncomfortable because like your fingers are like kind of like your vagina, like you gotta push it in, you know, like it's kind of awkward. You just like really have to get in there, like don't be scared. And as soon as like you're in there, you can go ahead and let go of the cup, and you guys see that it just pops. Like it's gonna be in there. And you guys want to make sure that this has popped open because sometimes it'll be stuck like that. Like it'll, like your vagina is gonna be squeezing it, and it's, even if you let go, it's not gonna pop. You have to make sure that it does like pop open. And in order to confirm that, you have to stick your finger back inside, and see that? It just popped open. So you have to like move your finger around your vajayjay like that. Don't be shy. And make sure that everything is, you know, smooth, not bent. Now this might be uncomfortable to some of you guys, which is why I told you guys you have to be very comfortable with your anatomy. So you're also gonna be getting your fingers dirty sometimes, but you can always wash your hands off. And you don't have to be changing this all the time. Like you can wear this for, when I had the copper IUD, I definitely had to change it up often because of how heavy my flow was. Like I'm not kidding you. You can wear this up to 12 hours without changing it, but I've never gone that long. Only when I'm sleeping, if I sleep 12 hours. Wait, who sleeps 12 hours? I don't sleep 12 hours. But yeah, you can wear it up to 12 hours. You don't have to wear it up to 12 hours. Just, you can put it in the morning and then take it out at night. I don't have that type of flow. Like my flow, I'm still learning with it because I just got my IUD removed and my flow is just going back to what it was. So that's still kind of like in the open for me. The second way to fold it is this way. You just go ahead and grab one of the edges, you push it in, and it's gonna look like that. I don't know what you call, I think that they call this method the U. Okay, that this is how it's gonna be looking. And with this method, this is the one that I've been using the most recent, and I find it kind of easier to put in because it's kind of like curving in, and then you can just place it like this. Like here's your vajayjay again, and then you're gonna just kind of like scoop it in, let go, and it just pops. Okay, and you can just adjust it. Like you can turn it inside of your vagina to make sure that it's popped open as well. Now let me tell you guys about the stem. So at first the stem was probably this long right here, and up until where my nail is and where the thing is. So it's pretty long, but I did feel it whenever I sat down, and it was just like uncomfortable for me, and I was scared to cut it off because I was like, how the hell am I gonna pull it off? Like I thought that I needed the stem to pull it out of my vagina, but really you don't. You have to break the seal, especially if you have the copper IUD. You don't just want to pull it out because then you're just gonna, you know, the blood's gonna go everywhere. You don't want that. You want to have control of how you're taking it out. And if it's inside of your vajayjay like this, you want to grab your fingers and go in there and you want to squeeze the cup like this. Let me show you guys. This is so awkward. Okay, so it's in your vajayjay, okay? It's sitting pretty there, and you're gonna go in there, and you're gonna, oh, hold on, the vajayjay is not opening like that. You're gonna go in there, and you're gonna squeeze like that. You're gonna squeeze the cup, and then you're gonna pull it out like this, okay? Like that. And you're gonna have a little surprise in there. You're gonna dump it into the toilet. Now, one thing I do want to say about dumping into the toilet, you want to put toilet paper inside of your toilet first, because since the blood is in there, you're probably gonna have little blood clots and stuff like that. If you just dump it in there and then you flush the toilet, sometimes the blood kind of gets stuck in the toilet, and that's kind of embarrassing if it's a public restroom, or if you just don't want the next person to go in the restroom and just see that. Like, that's just something I wanted to throw out there because it's happened to me. So put toilet paper in the toilet first and then dump it out, and then it'll fall onto the tissue and it'll flush away like nothing ever happened. Okay, so you just dump it out, and then you can rinse it in the sink. Whenever I'm out somewhere, you know, like I have to go to restroom, you can leave it in, like nothing's gonna happen. You can wear it throughout the day. Opposed to a tampon, I feel like whenever you're wearing a tampon and you have to go to the restroom, I feel like the tampon it has urine on it. Like, it gets heavier, and then like it just starts, like, I don't know if you guys know what I mean, but with this, it's completely opposite. This is stuck in there, and it's gonna collect all of your blood. If you ever feel bubbly down there, it's kind of weird to describe it, but if you kind of feel like a little bit of bubbles, like not a queef, but if you ever tried it, or if you do wear it, the cups, there's like a little tiny holes at the edges right here, okay? When it's kind of to the top right here, you're gonna start to feel the bubbles, which means you're gonna have to change it very soon. If not, you're gonna have to adjust the placement of it, because it's probably catching some air and you need to adjust it, or you need to empty it out. Yeah, so like I said, you don't need the stem. I already covered that. What else do I need to talk about? I'm gonna go onto their website and read off of a few things that I think I probably wouldn't remember off of the top of my head. On here it says why you should switch over to the Diva Cup is because it's less waste, and of course we already know that. Less money, because you only have to spend it once and then you're good for the year or 2 years. You can wear it for up to 12 hours protection, which I do want to say, because I'm seeing that it's like a nighttime little picture right here. I love wearing the Diva Cup at night because you don't have to worry about leakage on your bed, on your sheets. Like, you don't have to worry about that. It does collect really, really well, but just to feel secure, I do sometimes wear pads when I sleep because of the copper IUD. I still had to change it so frequently, but since I had my IUD removed, I haven't had to wear a pad. I'm so glad. I fucking hated that IUD. Also, it says on here that it's chemical free, it's BPA free, with no added chemicals, plastics, or dyes. It's made of medical grade silicone, no nastiness. The Diva Cup is better choice for your body. That's what it says on the website on why you should switch over to the Diva Cup. The cleaning of this, okay. If you've watched this far, I'm sure you're a woman and you have experienced bacterial vaginosis or yeast infections, which those two are the most common side effects that I was experiencing with my copper IUD, and it caused a foul smell inside of here. And in order for me to remove the foul smell, what I had to do is place this inside of a plastic bag. I dumped this inside, and I put vinegar and I mixed it with some lime, and I let it sit there overnight, and it removed the smell completely from the cup. Now, that's very uncomfortable for me to say, but bacterial vaginosis was something that was reoccurring with me with the copper IUD, which is one of the main reasons why I got rid of my IUD. And the way that I like to clean this out every time I have to, replace it, after I take it out, I do rinse it out in my sink in hot water, not super hot, but kind of like lukewarm. I do use the wash that is meant for the Diva Cup. I'm going to read off of the website what it says on here. Sorry, I just had a big meal. It says that this is a 100% natural plant-based cleanser designed to protect the material of the Diva Cup and the pH balance of your body. This protects the silicone of your Diva Cup, not tested on animal, and it's a natural cleanser. It has a very light scent. It's nothing too strong. But this is not the only way that you should be washing your Diva Cup. The way that you should also wash your Diva Cup at least one time after every menstrual cycle, you should put it in a pot of boiling water, and that'll, you know, clean it very well for you. Just make sure that whenever the water is boiling, you don't let this fall down into the pot, because then it's just gonna melt the silicone, which you don't want that to happen. What else am I not covering with this? This past month was actually the first month that I used the Diva Cup without having my copper IUD, which this cup was definitely a little bit bigger than what I probably should be using. I'm probably going to be using the model number 1 now, because I don't have a heavy flow like I did in the past. So I'm going to be sizing down. I'm probably still going to be using this one at night just to be more safe. I think I covered everything. I also wanted to explain to you guys why I decided to go with the Diva Cup instead of all of its competitors. So there's a couple of other menstrual cups. I don't know if you guys have heard of any, but there's this one in specific. Let me look for it online, and I'm going to put a picture up here for you guys. When I was looking into which menstrual cup I wanted to get, I definitely did my research, and I wanted to make sure that I picked the right one for me, and like the main reason why I was even getting the menstrual cup, which was my copper IUD and the heavy flow. So I looked into the Flex Cup, and the Flex Cup actually has a string, kind of like a tampon, which I think tampons are kind of easy to remove. But have you guys ever removed a tampon that's like kind of dry, and it just like kind of like the feeling? I don't know if you guys know what I mean, but I hated that feeling. But anyway, this Flex Cup actually has a string, which was like a tampon, and I thought it would be kind of cool to be able to pull it down instead of having to put my fingers in there. You know what I mean? I just thought that was going to be a better choice for me, but I did kind of see some reviews on the Flex Cup that whenever you pull the string down, the blood just kind of starts to drip down your hand, because there's like a little hole that once you're pulling on it, it leaks. So I was not like, I'm already going to get it all over my fingers. Like, I don't want it to be dripping down my hands, you know, when I pull it out. That's why I just decided not to get the Flex Cup. And then there was the Salt Cup, which I think they were sold out when I went to Target, which I just, you know, whatever. I didn't end up getting that cup. So here we are with the Diva Cup, and after 8 months, I totally love this cup, and I don't think I'll be trying any other cups. Maybe, I don't know, but so far I'm happy, and I don't see why I should steer away from this one until something goes wrong. I feel like I covered everything. If you guys have any questions for me, feel free to comment them down below, and I'll be sure to respond to you guys as soon as possible. I know when I first started to use the Diva Cup, I was just trying to do like, I was looking up everything, because I was like, what the hell, why is my vagina bubbling? So I wanted to make sure to include that information in here, because it's kind of weird. Sometimes you'll feel like the pop because you didn't place it in correctly at first, and then like out of nowhere it's just like pops, and then it's just like, oh shit, like what happened? Is that a queef? Also, the Diva Cups retail for about $37.40. They're like around $40 for each cup, and I don't know if the pricing changes with the size. I don't think it does. No, the pricing is basically the same. It's like $37.49, but rounded off to $40. I think I did cover everything in this video. If I didn't, and if you guys have any questions for me, feel free to comment them down below, and I'll be sure to answer them to the best of my knowledge. And now I have 2 Diva Cups for you guys. So in the comments down below, let me know which model you would be, and also let me know what video drew you guys to me, like what video brought you guys here to my channel. I would really like to know what video it was, and be sure to be subscribed to my channel in order to win one of these. Okay, subscribe, turn on post notifications so you don't miss out on my future uploads, and what am I forgetting? Okay, like let's see what date it is and then when I'm gonna announce the giveaway winner. I will be announcing the giveaway winner down below in my comments. I'll pin the winner down below. Make sure you guys do come back to my YouTube channel, to this video. In the comments, I'm gonna have one of you guys pinned down, like the winners pinned down. So I'm gonna keep this giveaway a little bit further out. I'm gonna wait until May the 1st and hopefully that this quarantine is over. Maybe not, I doubt it. Again, don't forget to come back on May the 1st where I'm gonna be announcing the 2 winners in my comments, okay? Come back. I'll see you then. I'll see you there. And thank you for watching. Bye.